All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Conversation in the Cut. Today we got a special guest in the building. If you've been around Little Rock, you've probably seen the impact he's making through his community events, scholarships, youth programs, peace walks, and outreach work. We got Rocky Man in the building. What's happening?
What's up, my guy, man? Appreciate y'all having me, man. Shout out to this guy's podcast and his platform and everything he does. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and reshare, man. But I'm happy to have this sit down and kind of spread the things that I'm doing and the things that I'm a part of. So I just want to thank you for having me again, my guy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Looking at your page, one thing stands out. It seems like everything seems to be bigger than you. Helping people is a main part of what you do. How did you get started in that?
So man, it really just started up with the way I was raised, man. Coming from an underserved neighborhood, as we refer to the West Side, to be exact. I came from a family that we didn't have much, but we took what we had and put it back into the community to grow those relationships. So my uncles had this organization called More We Less Me, and we used to go feed the homeless on a regular basis. And that's where the impact and the inspiration to give back to my people started. And then this kind of grew throughout the years as I got older. When I got into high school, about like the 11th or 12th grade, I was introduced to this thing called this organization called Little Rock Kappa League, which is now I'm a Nuke now, so it's like the mentorship program within my fraternity, and within that, I was serving the community. I was able to become the vice president about my senior year, so I was kind of just organizing community events and getting mentorship from the brothers within the bond. And then the biggest thing was working with the Arkansas Dream Center, which is now known as Every Arkansan, located off Daisy Bates Street. I was on the mobile team, so my freshman and sophomore year, we went out into underserved neighborhoods. Madison Heights, which is in the West Side, was one of them that we touched as well. Sunset community, a couple of communities out in Jacksonville area, and we were basically on this mobile truck, bro, that the side of the truck turned into a stage. And we would literally sit up in these people's neighborhoods and do a program. We would teach them the word of God. We would feed those people, interact with the kids, and this was an everyday thing. So that led into my own platform, which I've started my own nonprofit as well. And I'm pretty sure we'll dive into that here in just a second.
Yeah, sir. There's a lot of dope stuff you saying. So would you say those early moments with your uncle was the moment you decided you wanted to start helping others?
Most definitely. I think as a kid, you're just eager to help your people with whatever it is, whether it's your pops taking out the trash or if your mama in the kitchen cooking, you know what I'm saying? You just want to be a part. So I think at a younger age, I didn't really just understand and grasp fully what I was doing. But as I got older, those memories never erased. So I kind of grasped the understanding. And when I got a part of those other organizations that I just named, that's where I was like, okay, yeah, like this is my call and this is what I want to do.
Yes, sir. And a lot. I come from some of the similar environments that you speak of, and a lot of those people they come back and they say help. They do a lot of the verbal things when it comes to help. But what makes your actions match your words?
I'm just big on my grandfather was always telling me that all you have is your name and your word. So I don't want a bad face card out here. You know what I'm saying? So if I say that I'm going to do something, I commit to it, that's what I'm going to do. I've always been taught that actions speak louder than words. So I like to just be the face that shows up, whether it's for my individual platform or the next person's platform. I want to be able to be a help. I don't always have to be in a leadership position. I understand that there's different roles. I've been the water boy. I've been the towel boy. I've been the six man. I've been the starter. I've been the two guard. So being able to be attached to different organizations and be able to play different roles is, in a sense, compose my life to be able to understand when to lead, when to follow, and just to always show up and be that consistent factor. No matter if you're leading or not, just always show up. Being there is the first step, and then after that, we can configure and construct anything else from there.
Yes, sir. Tell us about RYL outreach.
All right, so RY, I'm just gonna really kind of break down RYL in whole and how it started and the purpose of it and what it is. So it started as a clothing brand, RYL the brand. I dropped my first piece of clothing February 26th, which is my birthday in 2022. RYL stands for Raise Your Limits, and basically I was given inspiration through clothing. I've put a pause on clothing from that extension now because my main focus has been pouring back into the community, but I always wanted to inspire through clothing. So my mission statement within RYL is a lifestyle inspiring others to take themselves to the next level by never putting a limit on their dreams. So I want to be inspirational through my actions, the way I live, you know what I'm saying, and not just be, as we just talked about, a talker. So then from there in 2023 on June 15th, I started RYL Outreach Group, which is my nonprofit part of it. And I just like working in those different hats that I explained earlier. I love what they're doing, love what they did for me, but I was just kind of like taking notes and taking like, okay, what they do, what I like about it, what I don't like, and then I gained the knowledge to be able to start something of my own. So now with our outreach group, we do various things. We have dress etiquette programs, teaching young men and women how to properly dress, the proper sock color, making sure that your belt and your shoes matching, things like that. I have a program to increase kids' vernacular called the Lexicon Program. So basically, we challenge the youth to be able to find a word, the Latin root or the original root of the word, and then put it in a sentence to be able to remove profanity from their talk track. Also, the biggest thing that we're emphasizing right now is our community cleanups. So if you didn't know, the Little Rock School District just made it mandatory for kids to graduate to have 75 hours community service. So we're meeting them with and helping that need by being able to create community cleanups, whether it's from my organization or other organizations. I'm also a board member of a local nonprofit called Keep Little Rock Beautiful, and we do a lot of things here in the community as well. So I'm just trying to bridge the gap, you know what I'm saying? And with me still having youth in me, and coming from similar situations that some of the kids that we serve come from, I feel like I'm able to connect with them better and also kind of bridge the gap, because a lot of people have the resources but don't know how to connect with the youth. So that's where I come into play.
Yes, sir. Because I do see a lot of people. Well, what you have going on, you are very composed. It seems like everything for you is going well from my purview. But a lot of people see what you're doing and also want to join in what you're doing, but they see so many challenges in starting what you done. While things may not always go smooth, were there any challenges you faced while trying to start this nonprofit?
I mean, most deaf, man. Like anything that you're doing in life, there's gonna be challenges. Like there's it's not gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some bumps in the road. Whether it's a nonprofit, any type of business, just being. So I consider myself a serial entrepreneur because I have more than one business. So within entrepreneurship, like there's gonna be challenges. I think the biggest thing for me is a consistent team. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that you can attest to that as well, just what you're currently starting up or have been doing for yourself, man. It's kind of hard to get people to commit to your vision because it's not theirs. And that goes back into the part of being a team player. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has been so used to being a star, they don't know what it feels like to come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it feels like to have to fill up the water bottles for everybody else or the star player to be able to think, because it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I do this for my city. You know what I'm saying? I want to see my city thrive. But I could care less about the name of Darius Austin thriving. Like, yes, that means something to me too. But I rather the city of Little Rock or it say raise your limits on it than my name. You know what I'm saying? I want to stamp the brand itself, and then whatever God has for me will come.
Yes, sir. So what's been your proudest moment of Reach Your Limits?
With Raise Your Limits, I say my proudest moment, man. Ooh, that's tough, bro. You really just threw a tough one at me, but cause it's been so many good key moments, bro. I one of my favorite ones was I was a 2025 Sustain the Rock Award recipient. So I want to shout out to Miss Lenny Messinelli of the Sustainability Commission of Little Rock and the whole commission in whole for just noticing that the work that I've done in such a short time here in the city of Little Rock with very little resources at that. I was able to receive an award, but not within receiving that award, I was proud to have my family right there with me. You know what I'm saying? To be able to like have my mom and, you know what I'm saying, my dad, my grandparents that are still living right there by my side, to be able to see me get recognized for something that they know I've worked so hard for. You know what I'm saying? Another moment, man, was just being able to expand this org out into a different state, man. I've been as far as San Jose, California with this. I've done 2 back-to-school drives out there. I have a very great relationship with a youth football program called the Coyote Creek Wildcats, which every December we're out there giving Limitless Lifestyle Awards to a player and a cheerleader of every age group that has showed academic excellence and then has showed leadership both on and off the field. So just being able to expand, kind of give you insight of a long-term goal of mine. I would like one event each year in all 50 states. So I want to be able to travel and meet new people. And with it being such a digital age, I feel like that'll be an easy goal to maintain because it don't have to be an in-person event. But I do want to be able to kind of see and touch different territories and learn from them, and then be able to collab and partner on different events out here. So that's just some of my favorite moments, man. And then every day I'm just thankful that God wakes me up to be able to still live this vision, you know what I'm saying, and still grow it. I'm thankful for the people that have supported in the past and are still pouring into it now. So it just means so much to me doing something that I love. I don't really look at it as a job or anything because this is my calling. This is what God has put me here for, to really just serve my people. So I'm going to continue to do that.
Yes, sir. Amen. One thing I noticed on your page, you have a community impact scholarship program. What inspired you to start giving back through scholarships?
Man, honestly, I just know it's me just coming from a family that didn't have it all, but always made a way out of no way. I know if it wasn't for my athletic talents and me getting a football scholarship, that I probably wouldn't have had all the money to be able to support my college career or anything. So I just wanted to start with, this year was actually the first one. And we actually have a special way that we'll be announcing the winner. I'm gonna kind of keep that on the low right now, but y'all will see that because I haven't formally announced the winner yet. But it will be a special way we do that. But I just wanted to make sure that a kid had enough money to at least cover a book. You know what I'm saying? This first year we're doing 500. I do want to grow it to 1,000 and be able to have multiple winners as well. And so I just feel like a start was just starting it and doing it this year, man, and being able to take a little bit of the load off a parent or a student that might not have it all. And we had some very, very great applicants. Everybody that applied at least had a 3.0 GPA. One of the requirements was to be able to have at least 25 hours of community service. Every applicant surpassed that goal and things like that. I think the most a person had was like close to like 60 or 70, and this was before the LRSD even made it mandatory for the hours. They just made it mandatory within the past year. So to know that they were doing this before it was something that was mandatory really means a lot to me, and would love to just connect with the applicants even more to give inspiration to them to keep going with the things that they're doing for their community as well, and hoping to have job opportunities for them down the line within my organization once they graduate college, to be able to just help push the mission.
Yes, sir. And a lot of people deem that a lot of people should have self gratification through building your community. But why do you think it's so important to reward young people who doing positives in their communities?
The youth is where it's at right now, man. With the advancement of technology and everything, they are able to learn at a faster rate. So I think pouring into our youth is great because they're the next generation. You know what I'm saying? Like they are the next doctors, lawyers, policemen, fathers, uncles, and things like that. So I want to be able to get a hold of them now, before they reach that point of it being quote unquote too late. You know what I'm saying? Before they get into these habits that aren't of positivity, to give them opportunities to get into good things to where they're not distracted and easily persuaded to go do the wrong thing. So I just want to create these opportunities for them to be able to connect with people that have been in similar situations like them, introduce them to the people that I consider the big hitters, like the mayor and people that work for the city, or people that have been running these organizations similar to mine for plenty of years and have these resources, because there's so many resources out here, but the youth don't know about it, or their family don't know about it, or if they do know about it, they're not able to get in the room. So that's why I throw my events to be able to provide resources that people need and don't have easy access to. Well, you can get easy access to them by coming to the Rocket, man.
Yes, sir. I also noticed you do peace walk events. What inspired those, and what message are you hoping for people to get away when they participate?
Man, the peace walk. So that was actually my first peace walk that I did this year, and we're going to be duplicating that every year. I think the point of it, from both myself and the other coordinators' point of view, shout out to Views Organization Incorporated, my guy Carlton and Ron. We partner on a lot of good events. We're going to have our 4th of July Kids Block Party coming in as well, be our 4th one. But we came together because we come from these underserved neighborhoods where there's been so much violence and there's been so much negativity. We wanted the opportunity for people to, one, be able to come together for something positive, two, be able to mourn over anybody that they've lost, and have a space of vulnerability and be able to just kind of express their feelings and what they want to see from us in the community. We had the Ward 1 director show up, Mr. Virgil Miller. We had Officer Tommy Norman show up as well. He's a great friend of mine. I've been knowing him since the 3rd grade. He used to bring me lunch and things like that. So he's one of my mentors that kind of keeps me motivated and gives me tips here and there, because he's been in this line of work for years and years to come. And with him being retired now, he has even more time. So we connect a lot through just a call or text and things like that. But the event was just aimed to give what the label is, peace. I don't think, like, we're quick to come together for a party. We're quick to come together if somebody fighting, or, you know what I'm saying, want to go out for a drink. But when it's time to serve the community, the numbers are low. And that's what bothers me. So I'm so consistent on putting these events together and providing opportunities for people to be able to serve, because they'll learn that that's where true connection is made. That's where you're really supposed to be networking. Like, that's where I've met most of the people that I've met or have given me a chance, by just simply showing up to a volunteer opportunity and telling them who I am, speaking with confidence, dressing well, and things like that. So it's gotten me this far. So I want to be able to create the same opportunities to propel the next person forward as well.
Yes, sir. Do you think community involvement can help reduce violence and division?
Most deaf. Um, I mean, because it starts with the community. When it comes to either our rights and everything, our people have to get out to vote. You know what I'm saying? But they have to know what they're voting for and things like that. So if you don't attend these town hall meetings or the City of Little Rock board meetings and things like that, then you'll never know about the different changes and things like that. So we have to come together in the masses, first know what the changes are to see if we agree with them. If we do, all right, let's vote in favor of it. If we don't, let's vote against it. And it's as simple as that. But it's like people have to actually get out and take action on those.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't really understand the gist of all that. What are some of the things today's generation need more of?
Discipline. And when I say discipline, it's not picking up a belt and whooping your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not just necessarily discipline. When I say discipline, being able to be told no, or being constructed by somebody, is really being able to have somebody else in the community give you constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I had no problem with Miss Jackson down the street telling me that I was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a hothead about it. You know what I'm saying? So our parents being able to allow the community to tell their kid right from wrong rather than just them. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, I feel as if when it comes to the education piece of today's generation, I want to encourage our parents to spend more time with their kids when it comes to reading, so that because for a minute, Arkansas's reading levels weren't the best. You know what I'm saying? So I want to challenge our parents, and especially with the new young parents, spend time with your kids. Get them off those tablets. Allow them to go outside and bump their knee a little bit. If they fall, it's okay. I got plenty of scrapes on my knees and my elbows, and I came out just fine. You know what I'm saying? So reading is one of the most things as well. And then making sure they're when they are on these iPads and tablets and things like that, that they're watching some of substance. You know what I'm saying? Don't just let your kids watch anything. set a bedtime. I had a bedtime growing up, you know what I'm saying? I was eager to get right back up in the morning, you know what I'm saying? And then I want to go back to going outside. Like, kids don't be going outside no more, bro.
Oh,
Like, once we was outside, it wasn't no coming back outside. Once that water bottle was empty, you had to go around the corner and fill it up with the water hose, or you was just out.
yeah.
And it's making sure that you back by the street lights. But now kids don't have no curfew or none of that, and it's just crazy. So it's going back to the little things that worked for us as we were growing up. I think that's the start right there. And then from there, getting them involved with the events that I'm throwing, or people just like me. You got plenty of people like my guy Tim Campbell. He is a great mentor. If y'all don't know who Tim Campbell is, Tim Campbell Speaks. He does a lot of things for, he just did 2 Big Brother lunches within the past 60 days. He did one in Pine Bluff, one in Little Rock. You got my guy ZT, will Speak Up Z. He does mentoring and things like that. You got my guy Carlton Schutz with Views Nonprofit Organization. You got Miss Amber Govan with Carter's Crew. She's actually just got approved for funding to be able to build a facility and talk about drug prevention and things like that. So you have all these key staples in this system. You got Miss Shanika Jones, who is an advocate for the youth here that may be like a felon or within the system and things like that. You have one of my aunts, Miss Courtney James, with More Than Enough. I'm a board director for that, who does mentorship. So you have all these key people, and there's plenty of more that I would be talking all day, but it's just like our parents have to allow those people to be able to reach out to their kids.
Yes, sir. Last question on this topic. If you can sit every teenager down in Arkansas for 5 minutes and give them advice, who would it be?
For one, so the biggest thing that I speak on is personal branding. You know what I'm saying? When I think of creating a limitless lifestyle within my world, is your personal brand. So your personal brand is your name. You know what I'm saying? How well do you represent your name? How well do you speak? Do you consistently use your manners? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Do you open the door for the next person? Like, just teaching the little things that'll take you a long way in life. Are you for my males, are your pants pulled up? You know what I'm saying? So you're not looked at as a thug. You know what I'm saying? For my girls, are you respecting yourself with the things that you're wearing out here in public, especially at a young age? So first, personal branding on the internet as well. Instead of being seen by a fight or at a fight on the internet, you really maximizing the internet for what it's supposed to be. It's so many people that are getting paid off positive content or just content as well. So it's like, if you're gonna be on the internet, you know what I'm saying, maximize it. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I do for myself. I have a good friend of mine, Jay Long, who does YouTube. He's reached almost 150,000 subscribers on YouTube. So like, I would show them how to maximize these platforms. But then before you can even maximize those platforms, do you even have a well enough polished personal brand to be able to be seen on these platforms to the masses?
Yes, sir. I saw you having your annual July Kids block party. How did that become an event?
So in 2023, that was the first year we did it. I was in the stages of creating RYL Outreach Group. My guy Carlton and I, who I spoke on earlier, who was the CEO and president of Views Organization, we talk on the phone just about every day or every other day. And in that season of just talking on the phone, I was telling him, like, man, I want to go ahead and start, something for the community under my own name. So I got all the paperwork submitted for the nonprofit and things like that. And the 4th was coming up, man. And we literally was like, man, let's do a 4th of July Kids block party. So literally year 1, we probably put that event together in probably like 3.5 weeks. Like, I kid you not, bro. But it was a great turnout. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to expect. I had experience within this field of work, but I had never did anything from my own or under my own name. So I didn't really know what to expect, but it was a great turnout. My family, my friends, and the community showed up in a great way. The first year we did a water kickball game. My cousin trains horses. Shout out to J Ward Horsemanship. He was able to bring out horses and has brought the horses every year to give kids horseback rides. We had people show out for face paint. year one, my pops was on the grill, you know what I'm saying? So pops whipping it up, making sure the kids are well fed, you know what I'm saying? And we did this with no sponsors, bro. Like we scraped it out the pot, you know what I'm saying? Really just we probably put year one together with probably like 2,200 to 2,500 bucks, bro. And it was a great turnout. And now we're on year four, and we have plenty of sponsors. Without even having to ask for a dollar from the community, we raised probably about $5,000 in sponsorships. So just being able to go foot the ground, um, being able to articulate the vision of both orgs and the purpose of this event for people to be able to trust us to pour into it is something that's been very great, and I'm appreciative of. We actually just were on Channel 4. I mean, on we were on THV 11 at 4 p.m. today, so that was great. We'll be on THV 11 The Vine next Tuesday at 9. We'll be on KTV next Thursday at 3. We'll be on Power 92 next week as well. So just using all of these outlets, media outlets, to be able to expand it. This will be our first year having it in a different location. The first 3 years were at Dunbar Community Center, but we wanted to switch our locations. We're going to be at the North Lawn outside of War Memorial Stadium, so that big grass field outside of War Memorial Stadium that's parallel to Markham across the street from Popeyes and Wendy's. That's where the event will be this year. I feel like we'll have more visibility with it being that location. This will be the first year that we give out backpacks and school supplies. We've never done that before this event. We've had different people like the Arkansas Department of Health pour into this event. They gave us 300 toothbrushes and toothpastes so we can be able to promote dental hygiene. We also have Keep Little Rock Beautiful, which I spoke on earlier. I'm a board member of. They're going to be setting up to be a vendor, and they're going to just be talking about the importance of keeping your community clean. They've donated some coloring books from Keep Arkansas Beautiful. So we have a lot of people pouring in, man. There'll be bouncy houses. There'll be my guy DJ C had on the ones and twos. The Central Arkansas Water System. I love Miss Jane Hurley there. She's been able to provide free water for this event, so we haven't even had the budget for water. She brings that out, man. So it's just so many key parts, people, sponsors, a lot of time, early morning, late night that people don't see that are going into this event. And I'm so excited for year four, man. I see this as an event that I'm going to pass down to my kids. I have a little sister. Well, I don't have any kids right now, but my future kids, let me say that. I have a little sister that's about to go into, I think, like the 9th grade now. So this is an event that I see her running one day. I really want this to be something that is competitive with what we have now, Pops on the River. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to be able to come to both, but I want it just as big as Pops on the River, to where we having fair type rides at it and things like that. So I just want to keep going with it, man. I know whatever God has in store, I put in the work for it, and I'm deserving of it. And I just want to keep working. I want to keep learning. I want to keep growing to be able to take it to new heights. That's why this thing is called Raise Your Limits, to kind of give you insight to. I give the perspective of space throughout my clothing, because my clothing, or just my marketing in general, because us as humans feel like space is the highest form, but your mind can take you higher. I call myself the Rocket Man because anything I attach my name to, I amplify our hands. Welcome to space. You know what I'm saying? So like that kind of give you insight where all this space stuff coming from. Like, it's a limitless lifestyle, and my thoughts take me higher. So my thought level is different, and that's why God made me different. I'm a chosen one. That's why I'm reaping all the benefits of everything that I got, because in Matthew 17, 20 and 21, he said, "For this I say to you, if you have the seed of the faith as small as a mustard seed, you will say from this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing else will be impossible for you." I live by that, you know what I'm saying? So like Matthew 17, 20 and 21 is like, I read that probably on a daily, and the space perspective is to let people know that your mind can take you higher.
That is beautiful, but that's the end of my questions in that segment.
Gotcha.
I got as we wrap up the show, I got a quick little segment called Rapid Fire Questions.
Gotcha.
So I got some questions for you. Favorite quote?
Favorite quote? All right, I'll give you one that inspired me, because I also see myself as a motivational speaker. So one of my favorite motivational speakers is Eric Thomas. And Eric Thomas said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause boy, we all want another breath.
Yeah,
You
you
know
feel?
what I'm saying? So that's how bad I wanted to see it as well too.
Yes, sir. What's the most impactful book you've read?
As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. 40-page book, very powerful.
Yes, sir.
Or same author, 8 Pillars of Prosperity.
I'm gonna have to check that out. The biggest community issue you would like to solve?
I say the biggest community issue that I would like to solve, um, I like to keep decreasing the poverty rate. I'd also like to make sure that kids have more access to free food. There's a lot of people in the neighborhood that I grew up in or just similar neighborhoods that don't know where their next meal is going to come from. And especially with school being out, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people out here that provide free food, but I want to expand those resources for sure. I'd like to decrease the obesity rate here as well. I know you asked for one, but these are just things
Nah, it's all good.
that I'm seeing that like, yeah, nah, like these need a fix for sure. So I just start with those 3 things, you know what I'm saying? The obesity rate being decreased, decreasing the poverty rate, and then making sure that we have more access to free food for those who don't have or don't know where their next meal will come from.
Yes, sir. One word people use to describe you.
Limitless.
Dream project for Reach Your Limit outreach. Raise your limit.
Raise your dream project. Dream project, bro. So I want to get back into doing so. When I grew up, I used to go to like church lock-ins, but I'm not saying a church lock-in, but basically like a youth conference. I say one of the things that I want to be able to have this be blown up within the city is a youth conference. Being able to have kids come to a day conference or a 2-day conference where they're able to gain knowledge from different speakers. They're able to go through different workshops, learn about different job opportunities that they didn't know about, learn about community groups and organizations and things like that. There's a new group that I'm forming with a couple of the guys that we're doing something. We're building something similar to what I'm just saying towards that. Another project that I want to build on is I basically want to build a coalition of local nonprofits, and we be able to go to these lenders or don't. It's not a lender. Go to these donors and get funding for the coalition. I feel like if we come together, because collaboration is key, and that's the problem with the city right now. It's a lot of crab in a barrel stuff going on, pulling each other down, but it's so many people that are doing the same things. I want to bring us all together under one umbrella, a coalition. We reach out and get funding for the coalition. Within that, we learn from each other from the different things that we know or are consistent or proficient at. And then once we learn those things, we're able to then expand or propel our individual nonprofits. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know it's going to take a lot to do that. I have a couple nonprofits already on board. Don't have a name for it or anything. And I'm sure with this media going out, there'll be somebody that try to, you know what I'm saying, jock the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking if you do include me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be the head of the coalition, but I know it needs to be something that's done because I've been out to Cali and they've done the same thing. So I know it can be done here in Arkansas for sure.
Yes, sir. All right. This is the closing message. Before we wrap up, what's one message you want people watching this interview to remember?
Believe in yourself for real, because what you're seeing from my platform came from $1 in a dream. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. If you don't tell nobody about your mission, your vision, people not going to know about it. Don't be afraid to be looked at as crazy, insane, None of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a real limitless lifestyle I'm living. Like, I don't feel like that nobody can stop what I got going. Like, it's really going on, bro. Like it's some real emotion going on what I got. And if you would like to be a part, join. But if this ain't for you, respectfully get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? Because I live by the motto of get down, lay down. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm for the people. So it's like it's hard for you to go against what I'm going. So if you're going against it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that you hating, but it's kind of what it is, you know what I'm saying? So my message is just kind of like, let's collab, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is an invitation, like, for y'all that's watching this, I want to collab with y'all. Like, I'm not a hard person to get in contact with. Like, bro just shot me a DM and I committed to it.
Easy.
I was ready to shoot same day if he would have said the day that he DM'd me, you know what I'm saying? So, like, let's collab with one another. But at the same time, if you don't have the confidence and don't believe in yourself, I advise you to get that, because when you come around me, I got that fire in me. I got that dog in me. And once we say something, I'm about action. You know what I'm saying? So let's be action based. Stay prayed up, please. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a great relationship with God, I encourage you to get a great relationship with God, because everything that you're seeing, it came from Him. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be the Rocket Man without Him. I wouldn't be able to sit down right in front of you and articulate my vision so well if it wasn't for Him. It came from Him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just believe in yourself, man. I can talk to inspiration all day, man, but, you know what I'm saying? Stay limitless, stay prayed up, be a genuine person. You know what I'm saying? Be for the people and not for self, and everything that you want will come to you. I guarantee you that. But if you don't have the things that I just named, then you're going to be going in this stagnant circle, and you're just going to be going in circles. I don't want that for you. You know what I'm saying? I probably went through that for a small chance in my life, but I've always been a confident guy. I always knew that I was going to be great, and I don't say that with any cockiness. People have always mistaken my confidence for cockiness. No, I just know who I am. I know my worth. I know the things that I bring to the table. That's why I'm the Rocket Man. God made me the Rocket Man. Nobody else. Me. Welcome to space.
Yes, sir. How can people support Raise Your Limit Outreach?
With a follow first. So if you're not following me on Instagram, ryl.outreach on Instagram. If you're not following my main page, rocketman.ryl on Instagram, you can follow me on Facebook at Darius Austin. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me. That's the first way you support, just by a follow. If you see something that I post, like it, comment, repost. That's the first thing. Those are all free things. Now, if you dive into my content and you see that what I'm doing is something that you like, that's when you can support monetarily and things like that. All the links in the bio. You know what I'm saying? Just like bro did his research. He didn't ask me nothing about my thing, and I respect you and I thank you for knowing and doing your research, because a lot of podcasters don't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know you're serious about your craft, and I commend you for that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't ask me to text you no bio or nothing. This is all authentic content. There was no pre-written questions. So y'all tap in with bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a real big thing already. His followers might not say it, but I seen your insights almost at 40,000, and you only got probably like a couple hundred, bro. I'm seeing what you got going. I'm rocking with you. If you need a cameraman one day, call me. I'll do it for free. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the people. You know what I'm saying? If who you got behind the camera right now can't be there, call me. I'll let you know what my schedule's looking like. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in this together. If you need more people to interview, I got a fat list of people that's out here making impact, and we can get it done. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be able to put you in the same rooms that I'm in on a daily, or that I'm having the opportunity to get in, and we all eat. Everybody eats around me. It's buffet style. You know what I'm saying? We might have a little Chinese over here, a little hibachi over here, a little fried chicken over here. You know what I'm saying? Little filet mignon over here. Like, it's buffet style. Everybody eat around the Rocket Man. You know what I'm saying? So this platform was always built to be a platform to propel everybody else and turn up their platform. It was never for selfish gain. I could care less if I make $1 off of it. My impact gonna speak for itself, and my family gonna eat off of it.
Yes, sir. I definitely don't take none of this lightly that you did for me today. I appreciate you coming through and sharing your story. What you doing is making a real impact in the community. Make sure y'all go support Rocket Man RYL and RYL Outreach. This has been Conversations in the Cut. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir.
What? Nigga, say what's up, nigga, say what, nigga. Low, low, low. 1 through that.